सदाहृदि ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रवणं कीर्तनं विष्णोः स्मरणं पादसेवनम् अर्चनं बन्धनं दास्यं सख्यम् आत्मनिवेदनम्. So we just discussed something about hearing. Shravanam. Shravanam also incidentally means star, the star of Vishnu or Swami Deshikan or Paigiyalva, etc. So this subtle point, the entire Sampradaya, the Sharanagati Sampradaya, starts from Shravanam, Paigiyalva, and ends with the last Acharya, Swami Deshikan, Shravanam. Shravan to Shravana, everything is over. Puratachi Shravan to Aipachi Shravanam, the entire Acharya Parampara is over. Then what about other Acharyas? Present Acharyas, Aishingar or Andavan? They are all expansions of Swami Deshikan. That's why we call them Ranganath Yatindra Mahadeshikan, Shri Varaha Mahadeshikan, Abhinava Bhagisa Brahmatantra Sutantra Parakala Mahadeshikan, etc. It means they are all expansions of this Swami Deshikan only, Avatara Purushas, partial expansions, Shakti Avesha Avatar, whatever it is you say. So, Shravanam, we heard about Shravana Bhakti, little bit. Kediro, Goda Devi says, listen, Shrunu. So, only when we hear with both the ears, then can we do Kirtan of Perumal. Kirtan is the job of the tongue. Tongue does two things, right? All of you know, eating and chanting, talking. You have to be very careful when you talk, because if we cross the limit, if the tongue crosses the boundary of 32 teeth and talks nonsense, the tongue comes out of the fort, a strong, solid fort made of 32 pillars, there is teeth. What people say? People say, break your teeth, hold your tongue. They say, hold your tongue. They won't say, cut your tongue. Hold your teeth, nobody will say. Hold your tongue, break your teeth. Palla vadaipan also. People will say that. So, we have to be extremely careful when we talk. Every word that we utter, every word that comes out of our mouth should be carved like a sculptor, right? Before we let it fall from our mouth. And everything is possible. It's a very simple process. Just allow Hayagriva to sit on our tongue. Jikhvagra Simhasanam. That's why we say tip of the tongue. Because Hayagriva sits in everybody's tongue. Jikhvagra Simhasanam Abhyupeya. So when Hayagriva sits on the tip of the tongue, we should be extremely careful while you use our tongue. So we cannot eat onion or garlic or whatever nonsense comes. If you sit, how Hayagriva will sit on our tongue? Then how many people are excellent in communications who are Nastikas? It is also Perumal's grace. Perumal will allow other devatas to go and sit because he is an upasana in the previous birth. So whatever he says goes. He is a powerful communicator. We see many communication experts, right? Per hour they charge $1,000 or $5,000. Like that. They get people, they hire them. Personality development trainers. They also are blessed by Hayagriva. Some devata will go and sit on his tongue, and whatever he says is mesmerized. They are mesmerized. So many people drift away from Sampradaya. One of the reasons why they drift away from the Sampradaya is very simple, that they have the power of mesmerizing. They have a control over the Kshudra Devatas. and whatever we say, we just follow blindly, bluntly, without even verifying whether it is Shastras, whether it is according to the Vedas, according to the Shastra, according to Sampradayam, according to Acharya. For example, people say very simple, who has seen heaven or hell? Just help, you know, public help. No, 99% of the people on the earth, what do they say? Be good, do good, then that is the best religion and you will go to heaven. You may or may not go to heaven, but this is the aim of life. Help everybody, give blood donation, give eyes, part of your body, or educate people. Right? Vivekananda says, don't feed, the poor. Teach them an art, and that art will feed them throughout their life. Vivekananda used to say, you are a powerful communicator. So ultimately, it will come to Sampradaya, there is no Sampradaya there. It doesn't follow any Sampradaya. And so, I was talking about communications. And many people now, 99% of the people that talk very nicely, very flowery language, very powerful language, the subtle humor and attire, and they become powerful communicators. That is also blessings of Jikva, Krasimha, we have done some upasana in the previous life. That's why whatever he says, people will just follow. You find CEOs of so many companies, right? We talk about Bill Gates or Ratan Tata, and whatever they say is considered to be a Veda, right? Infosys, Satyanarayana Murthy. Now you have very powerful speakers, so many Anandas, etc. They have done upasana, and that mesmerizes people, and like Asaram Babu, right? And Dera, Sacha, Sahib, both are in jail. Powerful communication. They mesmerize through their talk. Everybody will say Adihan Dasan. When it comes to real life, then they will show that the devil will come out. Everyone has got inbuilt devil and inbuilt God. And when he is in Satsanga, the God part, divine part takes control. And when we are in Dussanga, when you are the company of cell phone or any other modern gadget, or in the movie or a bad company, then the devil in us, the Rakshasas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, they take control and then they destroy our spiritual life and we are finished. So that's why we should hear. Should be in the satsang like this. We're fortunate to be in the satsang. Very great job done by Takshika. And then the symbol also says Acharya Devo Bhava, right? Acharya is everything. Without Acharya, nothing can happen. So we are under the umbrella of our acharyas, illustrious acharyas. Nowhere in the no part of the world you will find such a wonderful sampradaya. I'm not saying just because I'm a born Vaishnava, but I experience it. I have seen many Christians, who do not take any medicines, even if they are sick, and they will die. And they say, I believe in my Guru or the Divine Father, or is it is. And until he cures me, I won't accept any medicine. And they die. They are called scientific Christians. Similarly, in Islam also, they are very staunch believers. Now Islam is spreading rapid fire, like a virus, because of a new sensational twist given to that religion. And by force also, and through finance, through money. But Hindu Dharma is the only Dharma which was not forced on anybody, which was not thrust upon anybody. All those who follow Hinduism are doing it voluntarily. It's the only religion like this. All others have been converted or forced etc. So, what were everybody, every living entity, millions of years ago? Chara charamachi karat charana pankaje nankitam. Trivikrama stamped, has kept his lotus feet on the head of everybody. So, everybody is a Vaishnava, whether they accept or not. The counter argument is that you say according to this one, why should we follow? Then the question comes that their God must have created, right? He must have pervaded. If that is the definition of a God, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. If that is not there, then he is not a God. God is only in heaven, he cannot come down, then he cannot be God. God does not have form, then he cannot be God. Thus, God never comes down to meet human beings, then he is not a God. He is a cruel animal. God is one who has got highest potency, infinite power. In spite of all those things, he comes down to the level of a human being. He takes the form of a pig, take the form of a peacock, he can take the form of a cow, only to protect us, deliver us, save us. That is the greatness of God. Although he is all powerful, although he is capable of destroying the entire universe in just fraction of a second, he doesn't even need a corona to do that. Just a sankalpa. Satyakama, Satya Sankalpa, Sakale Dhara Vilakshana, Attikalpaka. Although he is capable of destroying the entire universe in just a few milliseconds, few microseconds, just like this, Attikalpaka, he fulfills all our desires, although we are not qualified to get his grace. And the best example is this Kali Yuga, we are all together, hearing something about his glory, talking about him. That is infinite grace. Otherwise, how do we get connected across the borders? Defeating geography. How are we connected? This is the grace of Perumal. So we have to hear. Bhadram karne vishruniyama deva vedase. We have to hear about Perumal. Then that only is auspiciousness. It's full of auspiciousness. When we hear about all the auspicious things, then the dirty thoughts will automatically go away. Bad thoughts, dirty thoughts, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all the asuras will run away and go on hearing about Perumal. Hari, 2 letters are not. மெல்ல எழுந்து அரி என்ற பேரறவம் உள்ளம் புகுந்து கொளி. Purify all the mind, purify all the thoughts. In fact, we cannot commit so many sins which got washed, which are destroyed, which are burnt within few microseconds, nanoseconds by just chanting Hari. The next instant, all those sins are washed away. Hariri Taksharadvayam. Mokshaya Gamanam Prati. Just 2 letters. Hari or Rama is enough to take us up to moksha. Chanting. So Kirtan comes. Unless we hear, how can we chant? Unless a person hears about the glories of the Lord, how will you develop love towards God? To chant. Tavyasava Priya Stotram Sudhistottarana Priya. Stuti is Perumal. The person who chants, he chants under the influence of Perumal. The Stuti is also Perumal. The person who is glorified by the Stuti is also Perumal. And he is the only one who has to be chanted. You can't chant cell phone, and you can't go to salvation. You have to chant only those names which are sanctioned by the Shastras, which are directly or indirectly related to Perumal. Suppose you say Ishwar. Ishwar means what? Ishwara, Parama, Krishna, Perumal only. Ishwara, Vikrama, Dhanvi, Medhavi, Vikrama, Kramaha. So when you say Ishwar, it belongs to Perumal only. Sarva, Shivas. Shiva means auspicious. So Shiva also means Perumal only. And the question comes, if Shiva is Perumal, why don't we chant Shiva? That is also auspiciousness. It belongs to Perumal. But we need a lot of Vyakyanam, lot of commentaries to understand that Shiva is Paramat. So many things. Why all those Vyakyanas? Why you have to go into complications? Simple, Rama, Hari. So we have to choose only those names which are prescribed by the Shastras, Acharyas, and their works. So they guide us out of infinite love, out of infinite mercy. Vyasa could have realized Perumal. Vyasa is Vishnu Rupaya. So he doesn't need to write all 18 Puranas, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam. What is the need for him to sit under the tree? And he could have enjoyed Perumal and gone. Even now he is doing Bhakti Yoga in the Himalaya mountains, and he has given his darshan to Ramanuja, Shankara, Madhva. They have spoken to him. Why should he do that? Because the rishis are full of compassion, full of mercy. Why these people are suffering? Why should these people suffer when there is nectar available freely, free of cost? Why are not they taking this? அரங்கமன்ற அழைப்பராகில் பொறியல்வாழ் நரகமெல்லாம் புல்லெழுந்தொழியுமன்றே. Even by mistake, even by chance, by slip of a tongue, if somebody says, I'm going to Sri Rangam, he might be a Muslim, he might be a Christian, he might be belonging to any religion or caste, no matter. Where are you going? I'm going to Sri Rangam, I have a job. That's enough. பொறியில் வாழ் நரகம் எல்லாம் புல்லெறிந்தொழியுமன்றே அறிவிலா மனுஷரெல்லாம். A person doesn't have any knowledge about God, doesn't know about God, but he says, I'm going to sing. Yes, enough. He will never go to hell. That's sure. That's 100% sure. If that is the case, if somebody can say just Rama and go to Vaikuntha, or Hari and go to Vaikuntha, and say Srirangam and go to, then why all this? Sampradayam, then Thiruman, Sricharanam, then Yajñopavitam, Samashrayanam, Bharanyasam. Why all these things? Why all these complications? I just chant Rama and go to Vaikuntha. Why this Sampradaya? Why this doctrine? Why this Visishta Advaita philosophy? Why this Deshika Sampradaya? Because Sampradayam is a path, is a highway, international highway, in which we can travel very easily and at the earliest to reach Peru. And the Sampradaya says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Padasema, easiest way to reach Peru, which is prescribed in the Shastra. Maharshis have discovered those easiest paths and have given to us. There's no clear-cut ideas, no confusion at all. Although their sentences appear to be opposing each other, the statements appear to be opposite each other. When we go deep into it, through the vision of the Acharya, then we can understand the purport, the real meaning, actual meaning. So Hari Harati Papa. If you say Hari, the moment we heard Hari, all your sins are taken away, washed away, destroyed, burnt. Harir Harati Papa. Dushta Chittair Api Smritaha. Why early morning it was prescribed by the Veda, by the scriptures, by the Maharishis, by the Annigam? Because whole night we will be having all negative thoughts, all bad thoughts, which we purposefully or forcibly bring into our brain. Right? Probably we'd be thinking something about a palatial house, as if we are living in the house. Forcibly we try to bring it into our dream. We're living with a queen, a beautiful damsel, and with all the children around and enjoying, dancing, etc. Now, whatever sins we commit there, whatever sins we do, even in the dreams also, everything is washed away just by chanting early morning. It's chant Hari, that's all. All the sins are gone. How do you know we have sins? Simple, the thoughts, our thoughts. our witness. Straight away, the line of thought, the wave of thought, the thought process itself is enough to testify whether we are going in the right direction or wrong direction. When we are alone, we are like a child fighting against all the odds, fighting against all the monsters like lust, desire, greed, jealousy, etc. So all these things are taken away when we get up early in the morning and say Hari. Hari, 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 Vedanta says in Vainam Ganachari. So chanting is very, very, very powerful. In any way you can chant. You can chant in any way. Sanketyamba, Parihasyamba, Bhagavatam says very clearly. But you have chanted the name, that's all. Hamsa was also chanting Krishna's name out of fear. Krishna is dangerous. Krishna may kill me. Krishna may come at any moment. Krishna has killed all my subordinates. I don't know when Krishna will come and kill me. So always you were thinking of Krishna. Than even Akrura rather. Hayat Kamsaha. Bhagavatam says. Veshat Chaidyaha. The king of Chedi Raja. The king of Chedi kingdom. Shishupala. Always used to rain abuses on Krishna. Rain. கேட்பார் செவிசுடு வசவைகளே வையும். Anybody who listens, even his friend Rukmi and all other Asura, when they heard Shishupala raining abuses on Krishna, such abusive language, oh Krishna, you are like this, oh Krishna, you are like that, they used to close their ears. Kepar Shevishudu. Even his own friends used to close their ears. Nonsense, what these friends talking? It's raining abuse. Okay, there should be a standard of abuse, right? It is crossing all limits of decency. They used to think it's. Even then, Perumal gave moksha because he has been chanting his name while raining abuses. Krishna, you are a butterfly. Kipar, you are a rowdy. You used to go around all girls. Krishna, you are a cheater, etc. Krishna was happy. Actually, they were chanting my name. So when a person can get liberated, when a person can get moksha by, even by abusing Perumal, even by criticizing Perumal, then what to speak of a person who loves, who chants with love? When Perumal can give moksham to, when Krishna can give moksham to Putana who brought poison to kill him, so what will he give us if he offer a cup of milk lovingly as a mother? He will give everything, he will give himself. Tannaye tamakku nalgum tani perum marundinai. What will he not do? He will give something more than even moksha. He will give something more than what you don't get in a moksha. Right? So, all we need to do is just chant. Vajinal padi manattinal chindika. How to do dhyana? How will you do dhyana of Perumal? How can we think of him the moment we close our eyes? Only through Shravana and Kirtana, continuously hearing about Krishna Kathamritam, Krishna Katha, Krishna Gunarvam. We have been hearing different channels, different links, through different Upanyasakas. Still we don't get bored, right? You hear Bhagavatam through so many people, but still you feel like hearing more and more. The interest increases. That is the greatness, that is the magic of the holy name and the divine leelas of Perumal. Terumurnd Teshuyarnda Shalvadevanayaka. Terumurnd. When we chant that, chant his name as Pandava Duta, Pandava Sarati, Partha Sarati, driver to Partha. Perumal is so happy that he gives us so many things. He's happy to be called as Parthasarathi, driver of Partha, driver of Arjuna. And yes, I am the driver. My ID is I am the servant of my devotees. So what? I am their dasa. Perumal loves to be called as Pandavaduta or Parthasarathi. And in Bharatiya you say, right? Kannan Yantodan, Kannan Yankadaran. And finally he went to the level of this. He took it from Arvas and Kannan and Sevakan. Krishna is my servant also. Yes, Krishna will do everything for me. If I love Krishna, Krishna will do everything for me. But that love should be 100% genuine, unalloyed, pure devotion, without expecting anything. I love you, but you have to pay 1 lakh rupees. It is not love, right? If this is the problem. When people say, when our children run away from home, calling it a love marriage, if they understand the concept of love, this won't happen. Because the concept of love is that the other person should be happy. If I love Perumal, I should do everything so that Perumal will be happy. I may not be happy. My happiness doesn't come in the picture at all. Oh, by chanting Hariname, by doing bhajan, I become so happy. I keep doing bhajan every day. So nice, very good. By chanting Perumal's name, you are happy. That's something great. Even Maharshis, they don't get. Onnai kondu உரைகள் மீதே நிறமிழ உரைத்தாற்போல் உன்னை கொண்டு என் ஞாபகம்பர் மாற்றின்றி உரைத்துக் கொண்டேன். Vishnu Chitta, Periyar verses this. I am rubbing your name on my tongue continuously. Continuously. So that everything gets purified. So I don't know anything other than rubbing your name on my tongue. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this idea from here on. Sada chant always 24 hours, 700 we should chant Hari now. That's all. But in what mood? When will you experience the divine love of Hari? The moment you say Hari, your eyes should be filled with tears. Rain of what? Continuous rain of tears should be there. Ayanam Garadashrudharaya. And you should not be able to chant at all. The moment you say Hari, next Hari should not come from your mouth. Because your voice is choked. Because you are experiencing the divine love. Vadanam Gad Gadaya Geda. The whole horripilation, the whole body trembles with horripilation. The hair stand erect. When I say Hari, all this should happen. Then only I am tasting Hari now. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Alvar is all lifted from Alvar directly. Adi Adi Agankarendisha Padi Padi Kannir Malgi. Ingum Nadi Nadi Narasingha Jantri. Alvar says, if I say Narasimha, then it was jumping in, dancing, jumping in the air and crying. Adi Adi Agankarendisha Padi. When I chant Harina, they say Harinama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda. Right? Bhajan Sampradaya. First sentence is this, right? Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Janaki Kantas Paranam Jai Jai Rama Rama. They start with Hari only. Sarvat Harinama Sankirtanam Hari. The essence of all the Vedas is what? All the Vedas, Ananta Veda, infinite Vedas, infinite. We have got 20 Saptakandas now, they are infinite. Sahasra Shaka Upanishad Samagama. We don't get all those things now. Ananta Veda. So, what is the essence of all the Vedas finally? Vedakcharani yavanti tavanti harinamani kirtitani na samsaya. Last Vedakcharani yavanti. All the each and every letter of the Veda, every swaram of the Veda is nothing but Harinama. Tavanti harinamani. All are Harinamas, and every verse, every word, every letter, every swara in the Vedas. Nothing but Hari. Harinama. Tavanti harinamani. It's Harinama. Now some say this should not be any doubt about it. Kirtitani. So the Vedas glorify only Hari. The essence of all Vedas is Hari only. Veda is the supreme knowledge. Vedaicha sarvai ahameva vedya. Vedanta Krit. You can know me only through scriptures. Vedanta Krit Vedavit. Only through Vedanta you can know me. You cannot know on your own. I cannot be known through your knowledge or your all your efforts. It can be known only through an acharya who functions like a microscope, powerful microscope or a powerful telescope to see me. But I am the only person to be known. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedya. Whatever Veda you learn, whatever Vedadhyanam you do, finally you should know Hari is supreme. And you should chant Hari name. That's all. Harinam. You should understand every mantra, every swara in the Vedas is Harinam. So it's not many people say it's all waste. Why you should learn all the Vedas? Because we are unable to chant Veda doesn't mean you should not learn Vedas, right? Anyway, we are not capable of learning those swaras with perfect swaras doesn't mean that Vedas are wrong. So we cannot say that forget the Vedas, we chant only Harinam. We are capable of chanting Harinam, chanting Vedas, learning Vedas. You do that, Vedas. That kind of very less people know. Because the Lord loves to be praised in that way. But if we are not capable of doing that, then we don't have memory, we don't have capacity to retain. Okay, fine. Then go to Totram, go to this, go to Upanishads, etc. And they are also Harinamam. They are also different means of pleasing Perumal. The Kirtana Kirtitani Nasamsayaha. Perumal is very much pleased when you chant his holy name. It just melts when somebody chants in this Kaliga. That too. Kalo Kalmada Chittana Papa Dravyo Upajivina Vidikriya Vihinanam Gati Govinda Kirtanam. The only way that you can be saved in this Kali Yuga from the onslaught of powerful onslaught of all asuric forces, all demons, right? See, you find demons everywhere, right? All asuras, they want to catch you. Asuras are in the form of drug, in the form of drinks, in the form of cigarette, in the form of bad company, and they will possess you. And once you are possessed, we are finished. And we lose our sense of reasoning. Right? See how Kali Yuga is powerful. One person takes drugs and is arrested by an honest police officer, and that police officer is attacked by a whole government. A state government is behind one drug addict, one actor's son. See, this is Kali. Whole government is rallying behind. The state government is rallying behind to protect one boy, one international drug addict. This is Asuras. This is what is Kali. And that one person is facing against all the demons. He may or may not win. Because Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga only asuric forces are powerful. But Perumal will be with you. Dharma samsthapanatthaya sambhavami yato dharma tato jayaha. A person will win as long as they follow the path of dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya. Right? What is the purpose of Perumal's avatara? To uphold dharma through somebody, through his representatives, through his followers, through his devotees, through his associates, through the persons who are associated with Perumal, associated with the devotees. Where from they get a strength. No? If you are a straight police officer and you know you will be faced by, you can be killed. Your family members could be killed. They can be butchered. Many governments run only through mafia, drug mafia. Many governments, they are run by drug mafia only. They select the PM, they select the president. Because they pump in money. But the person stands upright against should be possible only if you have dharma. So, Vedas, the Upanishads, the Puranas, the Shlokas, the Stotrams, everything Perumal loves in different forms. And nobody, there are people who do not know how to chant Veda, do not know how to chant mantras. What will they do? The only option is that they will chant Hari, that's all. If they don't chant Hari, they will listen to Hari. That is the only way. And they will associate themselves with the devotees of Hari. Is there any other solution? The only solution. Perumal gives out of his mercy. He gives his Nama. Nama is very powerful. Nama is more powerful than Nami. Nama is more powerful than Nami. Nami means the person who belongs to that Nama. Nami. Who protected Draupadi? Not Perumal. Not Nami. Govinda didn't come there. Govinda Nama protected her. Govindeti yadakrantat Krishna. Krishna himself says this, no? Govindeti yadakrantat. I am unable to pay. I could not pay the interest which piled up again and again and again, over and over, piled. Which Draupadi paid by chanting one holy name, Govinda. For that one name, still I didn't do what I am supposed to. I didn't help them what I am supposed to do. Because one Govinda is so powerful. One Govinda Nama is so powerful. There's a story in North India. There is an Hindi. I heard this. There was an astrologer. There was a famous astrologer. Some people used to go. Astrology is the easiest way to fool people. You want to earn money, you become an astrologer very easily. I am not telling of all our astrologers. Those who follow the Vedic method, because Vedanga is a part of Veda. They have some Adhyanam, at least Purusha Suktam they have done. And they have Sampradaya. They follow the tradition of that school of astrology. They have learned from Gurukula, not from books. Not wild guess or hit and trial method. And they have learned in a proper Kalakshepa way, then they will be able to tell. There were people earlier. Now all hit and trial, it clicks. You just say, you go to very easy to become astrologer. Right? What you have to do is very simple. See, I see on your face this line is going like this. You will have a lot of problems. Immediately everybody will accept because everybody has problem. And second point, he will tell, any astrologer will tell is, you are very good, but the whole world is very bad. That is very pleasing to everyone, right? We assume already we are all good people. Just because I put some tilak and then put a tuft of hair, shika, then I think I am really better than at least 1 million people. This is what the astrologer will say. You are really very good, but you have been haunted by so many people. They don't recognize your work. This happens everywhere. Our boss is a donkey. A donkey never recognizes the job of a human being, right? Donkey can never recognize. So there is no point in asking your job, your boss to recognize your talents and all, because he's always a donkey. Maybe some people are lucky that the boss are not donkeys, right? So third thing you will say is that you earn 10 rupees, but you spend 10 rupees. Is also true with everyone. Because whenever you earn, money transaction will be there, right? Money should come in and then go. That's why it's called Shelvom. Shelvom means the money doesn't stay in one place. Just keep on rotating. The power of economies. In economics, will ask, you will tell a stronger economy, strongest economy is the one in which money keeps on circulating. It doesn't stay in one place. It doesn't stagnate in one place. You don't store all the money in the Reserve Bank of India or Reserve Bank of your own country. That is not strong economy. Money should be circulated. So the astrologer will say that you get 10 rupees by spend 10 rupees, you have got so much of expenditure, not so much of it, and you take, you are not recognized by the world. Then cheat you and finally put your cap on your head. You will say, I will do some Sudarshana Homa. And we're happy, oh, this according to Sampradaya is talking. And then he'll take 1 lakh rupees and then do a job of 10,000 rupees and then run away. Anyway, but one advantage at least he's doing Sahasranama. What about others? Let's say you go to some Devata, this Devata, you ask that fellow to sacrifice a goat or chicken, whatever it is, and then you'll get more sin. If you are not lucky, then if your fate is very cruel, then you will only end up with such astrologers. They are there, scrupulous, unscrupulous, what will you do? But I found there are some astrologers who are very good, that they are according to Sampradaya, they will say, you chant Garuda Gantakam so many times, you chant Kamasika Gantakam 32 times, I chant Sudarsana Gantakam 8 times a day, like that. Or you chant Harina, take a mala and keep on doing, rotating. Hari, 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 Hari. ISKCON people also say Harinam, but they say this Harinam is not Hari. Very strange, they say it's Hari. Harinam means not Hari. Then Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. It is not this Hari, they will say. They will give different explanation. Internal potency, external potency, so many things. Anyway, we are not going to that. So, the idea is that chanting the holy name is very, very, very powerful, and it can change your fate also. Keep on chanting the holy Kirtaniya Sada Harihi. So, always keep on chanting holy name. So, Vajinal Padi Manattinal Sindika. So, Vajinal Padi Manattinal Sindika. So, when you keep on hearing, chanting, then that will lead to dhyana. So, why does Goda say that Vajinal Padi? Sing through your mouth. See, everybody sing through mouth and nobody will sing through ear, right? Hanuman sees Sita in the Ashokavana, and immediately Kamban says that Kandanan Karpinik Kaniye Kankada. He saw Sita with his own eyes. We also say, no? You come and see with your own eyes. See, I have done my job. Our children generally say, no? Did you do this? Yes, நான் பண்ணிட்டேன். நீங்க நேர்ல வந்து பார்த்துக்கோங்க. நீங்களே உங்க கண்ணாலே பார்த்துக்கோ. பார்க்கறதுனாலே கண்ணால் தானே. Seeing itself is the function of the eyes. You come and see with your own eyes. Why do we say that? Here, Hanuman is saying that. Kamban is saying that. Kandanan Karpinu Kani Kangala. Hanuman saw with his eyes. Hanuman saw with the eyes. Hanuman saw Sita with the eyes. Everybody will see with eyes only. Nobody will see with ears or legs or hands, right? Eyes are meant to see for vision. Eye is the organ of the vision, right? It's a sense organ for vision. Sight. Organ of sight is eye. Now why does he say? In the commentary, that's why you should go for commentary. Vyakhyan. The commentary is written that Hanuman has seen, Hanuman saw Sita and recognized that she was the same Pativrata Sita as mentioned by Rama through her crying eyes, because he has been continuously Ram, 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 chanting Ramanama continuously, and she was crying, according to Valmiki. So, Kandanan Karpinikaniye Aval Kangalal Kandan. So, from those eyes, he could know she is the greatest Pativrata. She grants Pativratya to everyone, chastity. Without Mahalakshmi Kadasham, one cannot have chastity at all. She gave chastity. Her sankalpam was that this entity, living Jivatma, should become Pativrata. Then only you can become Pativrata. So she gave this greatest title of Uttama Pativratyam to Ahalya, Draupadi, Tara, Mandodari. And because of her grace, they become Pativratas. But she is in the middle, who is giving this Pativratyam power to all these great tapasvinis, right? Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari, Tata. She acts as if she is also an ordinary human being, the Pativrata. So she fits in that list, although she is the one who gives this Pativratyam to everyone. That is what is Lakshmi Kataksham. What is Lakshmi Kataksham? Lakshmi Kataksham is you are able to protect your chastity, sanctity. So Vayinal Padi means what? They're singing the glories of the Lord through the mouth. So everybody sings only through the mouth. Why does Goda say the Vayinal Padi? The idea is that the mouth is meant only to sing the glory of the Jikve, Kirtaya, Keshavam. That is the Vyakhyan. Padshekhara verse says, right, that the tongue is meant only to chant Krishna's name. Muraripam Cheto Bhajasridharam Panidhanda Samarchaya Chutakata Shrotatayatram Shrunu Krishnam Lokaya Locanadvaya Hare Gachangriyugmalayam Jigragranam Kunda Padatulasim Murdhan Nama Adhokshajam. Kuruchegrava says in the Purnama. Jikve, first word is this. Jikve, word tongue. You eat so many things, you want to taste so many things, but you're talking so much, so many things, you talk so many nonsense. Please, Jikve Kirtaya Keshavam Kirtaya Jikve Keshavam. He is addressing his tongue. Jikve, by the tongue. Kirtaya. So you chant the holy name of Keshava. Jikve Kirtaya Keshavam. By Keshava. What is the specialty in Keshava? Keshava is one who removes all your obstacles. So you want to chant, you will start chanting from tomorrow. I want to chant 108 times Ramana. Okay. How to remove all these words? Chant Keshava. Keshava is the only person, the holy name, who removes all your Kedum Midaraja Vellam Keshava Vinne. Just say Keshava. That's why when people go out, Brajam Chintaya, Keshava. When you go out for a work, on a project, it will be successful 100% if you chant Keshava. Fortunately, we don't remember to chant Keshava when you go. When you take a medicine, potency is increased, very powerful, and it will cure your disease if you chant Hari. Vaidyo Narayano Hari Sharire Jajjari Bhute Vyadigrasthe Kale Bhare Aushadam Jannavito Yam Vaidyo Narayano Hari. Generally, our elders, whenever they are Purvas, when they take medicine, they chant this. Vaidyo Narayano Hari. So chant Hari. So vaginal party means the tongue, the mouth is meant only to chant Harinam. So that Harinam chanting, Hari, whenever we get a lot of time, but we don't chant because we feel it's bored or we don't get the thought at all. Right? When we go out, right? When you go in the bus and the train, we get a lot of time, we can always chant so much of Harinam. You may or may not count. We can always chant. And doesn't need any achar, anushtana for that. You need not take bath. Harinam, what was the position of Draupadi when chanted Govinda? Right? She was out of doors. She was Bahishta. Chanted Govinda. Holy name, respect. It rescued her, right? Name is very powerful. So, Vayinal Padi Manathinal Sindhika. It's not easy to sing the glories of the Lord. It's not so easy. All said and done, I may give lectures on Kirtana Bhakti for hours together. Still, I may not chant holy name. Because I have to believe 100% in holy name. And along with the thing is, what I should realize is that Achamanam itself is a Nama Sankirtanam. Prokshanam itself is a Nama Sankirtanam. Prashanam itself is a Nama Sankirtanam. They are not different from Nama Sankirtanam. You take the example of Achamanam. No Vaidika karma is valid without Achamana, right? Any Vaidika karma. It could be auspicious or inauspicious. Any Vaidika karma is valid only when you start doing Achamanam. In some of the Anika Granthas, it is written you must do Achamanam thrice. Only when you do Achamanam thrice, then it is equal to one Achamanam. Similarly, when you do Pranayam thrice, it is equal to one Pranayam. They have written in Anika. Trip Pranayamya, Trirachamya, like that. Anyway, one time Achamanam itself is Achyutaya Nama, Anantaya Nama, Govindaya Nama, three names, holy names. Then Keshavadina, Keshavaya Nama, then Damodana, 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So one Achamanam, 15 holy names of Perumal. 3 times, 45. For every karma, before taking bath, do Sankalpam, then you do Achamana. The whole life has been made like that. Anika is not prepared by Maharshis to torture us. Anikam is meant to increase our bhakti, our love to Perumal. So the more sincerely we do our Achamanam and touch our parts of the body, Keshavayana, Narayana, Madhava, Pranavam, and the more we read about it, about the Panirinama, Keshavana Nindikirat Zairam Nityanam, Keshudayadigal Nangudan Shampasumpan Manipol, Keshava is Perumal Vishnu himself with 4 arms and chakra in all the 4 arms. So then you immediately our dhyana goes in that form of the Lord. How beautifully our whole life is a plan so that we chant more and more holy name in the form of Achamanam, Pranayamam, Prashanam, Japam, Upasthanam, everything, everywhere. So, Vajinal Padi, Namanathinal Nindika Thumala Thuvitharudu Vajinal Padi. Yammanayan Kuladevame. So, we say Ramadaita Rangabhu Ramana Krishna Vishnu Hare Vedanta Tejika. Trivikrama Janardana, He Natha Narayana, Itiva Shabadani, Yapatati Nama Dhiyaniti. Anybody who chants these names, holy names of Vishnu, what will happen? Latasyamavasyata Narakapata Bhitikuta. You will never go to hell. What to speak of Narakabayam? What to speak of the fear of hell? Once, if he chants, he will never have the fear of going to hell. Narakapata Bhitikuta. This is Supreme Court ruling. Supreme ruling given by Vedanta Deshika. He is Sarvanta, he is Perumal, he is Kaliyudev, he is Srinivasa, he is Venkatesha. Who else has the right to say this? Who else has an authority to say this? Natasya Yamavasyata Narakapata Bhiti Kutaha. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Natharayana Vasudeva. Jikve Alvar Kulsegram. Pibaswa. You drink the nectar of the holy name. Jikve Pibaswa. Why it is a nectar, Amritam. When you chant, keep on chanting the holy name. A day will come where you will start relishing the holy name of the Lord like as if it's some divine chocolate. There was a person by name Yamam Ismail. Justice Yamam, you must have heard about this time. He was an expert in Kambaramayam. He's no more. He used to conduct literary courts, right? Patti Mandapam, a literary court. He used to be the judge, well versed in Kambaramayam. Somebody asked him, how do you spend time when you go in a train to one place to another place with a lot of so many hours? Do you read books? No, I don't. Then what do? I will take Kambaramayana poem by Pasuram and then I will go on chewing it. I chew Kambaramayana pass around. They keep on chewing as if it's a chocolate. He used to relish the taste. Very powerful, right? Very tasty. Holy name is tasty. Then you will leave everything. Everything will go away. Once we get the taste of the holy name, taste of Govinda Nama, then automatically all other attachments will go automatically. Chanting, chanting. Mathanga Maharishi said to somebody, keep on chanting Ramanam. He said, what is the meaning of Ramanam? Sangha said, keep on chanting. Meaning itself will come in front of you, searching for you. It did happen. Greatness of Acharya Kripa. She was chanting Rama without knowing what it is. Ramayati iti Ramaha. Ra is Agni Bijam. Ma is Makararthaha. She doesn't know all those things. She doesn't even know Rama means Ramya. Rama means beautiful. It's given time because Acharya said that is supreme for her. And Perumal was attracted by her Acharya Bhakti. Mushita Hridaya Kalusha. Hridaya Kalusha Mushita. All the impurities in her heart were washed away by her Acharya Bhakti. Munijana Bhajana, by her service to Bhagavata Kankari. So he became such a great devotee that Perumal didn't give her moksham. Perumal was a witness. She said, bye, Tata, I will see you there. She went. That is the power of chanting. Valmiki chanted the reverse way, Mara, as a Ratnakara person. And what happened? Ant hill, right, was formed over his body. He never knew his whole body was eaten away by termites. Only bone was there. Imagine what a powerful absorption in the holy name. He just was chanting Mara, 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 Mara. Became Rama. It was so powerful that he never knew his body was eaten away by elephant, by all the insects. Such a powerful intoxication. That's what we should get intoxicated. It's also a drug. It's a powerful drug, holy name. But intoxicating drug which will take you away from this material poison of samsara. So, Vajinal Padi Manathinal Chindika. Alvar says, when I say Ara Umude, immediately I cry, my body feels horripilation, my voice gets choked, and I melt like water. Ara Umude, Ariye Nudalam Nimbalanbaye, Dhira Yaland Karaya. When I say Aparyaptamrita, Ara Umude, next second, immediately, I become water. Nira Yalaynd Karaya. I melt. Chanting your name, Aparyaptamrita, around. That is the power of chanting. Just make you drift away from all the samsaric ocean and then makes you float the nectar of Acharya Kripa. That is the power of Kirtan. Irrespective of your Shraddha or your faith or your belief or your understanding about the holy name, the name will do it. You have taken the potential drug to act. Nobody knows what is coaction, what is the composition of coaction or composition of Sputnik or Covishield. Nobody knows. They took. Everybody took the vaccine. So let this holy name be vaccine. So what is the problem? What's the problem? To protect us from all the so-called viral attacks of lust, greed, anger, jealous, and what not. So many diseases, right? So many mental diseases. At least physical diseases you can name. You can't name mental diseases. Many, so many, so many. So let it act as a vaccine. It will act as a vaccine against all those diseases. So let us keep on chanting more and more of Harinam or Ramanam or Krishnanam and taste the holy name. Taste its nectar, the nectar of holy name. Kavitarika Simhaya Kalyan Gurusarni Simate Venkatesha Vedanta Guru. My questions, question answer session, half an hour. Any questions, please? Tamil, you can ask in Tamil or Telugu or English, no problem. Questions, please? Any question? கேள்விகள் உண்டா?
Mama, am I audible?
Yes.
Again, Dasan, Mama, my question: what is the difference between Avataram, Shakti Avashi Avataram, and Amsa Avataram?
Sakti Avesham means in some pious souls, great Brahmanas who are following all their Andikams and Achara Anushthanam perfect. That Shakti enters the Perumal, allows his power to manifest through that body. That's why you find people, constructing giant, like, Ramanuja sometimes constructs a gigantic temple through the kings. So whatever he says, the king will listen to him. Certain things you can get it do only through kings or chakravartis. And like Parashurama, Perumal enters into him and then does so many things. And then finally he takes away the power, Shakti Avish. And Amsha Avataram means a portion of his kala is being manifested in a particular person. Like Parashurama or Balarama is Amsha Avataram, whereas Krishna is a Purna Avatar. Only some aspects of his qualities, especially Jnana Bala, Prakrishta Vijnana Balaika Dhamani. Jnana and Bala manifest more in Ananta. This secret is revealed by Alanda and Totra. So he is an Amsha Avatar. Partial expansion. Satyavesha means the potency is given to him. Almost same, they have the same powers of Perumal. Perumal wills Sankalpa. Tad Atmanam Sujami. Perumal need not come for everything. The Prime Minister need not come down to do everything. If our street has to be kept clean, Prime Minister need not come down. Just one order, subordinates will carry on. Like that, he will choose. They are Amsha Avatara, Skala Avatara, Satyavesha Avatara. The details have been very technically explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. We will not go into that. That's not necessary also. You understand? That's for certain projects. Perumal assigns some projects, people. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, for the sake of establishment of dharma, they will do their job and go. That is the idea. It's clear?
Yeah, Mama, I have a follow-up question, but
Yeah.
yeah, Mama, for my question is, in Hanuman Chalisa it comes Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana. Tulasida says that Hanuman is Shiva's avatar, Amsa Avatara. So then, how did Hanuman do Paranyasam to Vibhishana? Because if Hanuman is Shiva's avatar, he himself will not have Vaikuntha. Then how did he give moksha to someone else?
He didn't say like that. So he didn't say it's Amsa Avatara there. Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandan means what? Even in Valmiki Ramayana it is said that Hanuman is the son of Kesari, who is the husband of Anjana. But due to the will of the gods, Vayu Bhagavan, a divine personality, a Devata, he embraced her and impregnated her. That pregnancy could not be carried by her because it's a divine pregnancy, divine fetus. So that could be carried by only Rudra. Rudra was very powerful. Rudra Pashu Namadipati Samavatu Aspin Brahman. So it was the responsibility was given to Rudra to carry the fetus and protect his. Then Hanuman came out. So that is called Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandan. So Hanuman is both a child of Rudra as well as Kesari. It's a divine concept, right? A divine child, very powerful and divine child. And Hanuman is more better known as Aturita Baladamam Surna Shaila Padegam Dhanuja Managrijanim Yaninam Agrakanyam Sakala Guni Nidhanam Bhadananam Desam Raghupati Varadutam Bhatajat. Hanuman is more identified as a Ramadasa rather than Rudramsha or Vayuamsha. But this episode is mentioned even in Valmiki Ramayana that Hanuman is a product of both Kesari and Rudra. But we don't call him as a Rudramsha. But its birth is like that. That is a divinity. We can't understand those divine secrets. Why it should be like this? Why not directly from Sun God? We can't ask questions. There is some divinity. For example, Vyasa and Amshavatara, Vyasa Vishnu Rupaya. He is the father of 3 children, right? Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura also. But if you see in Mahabharata, Pandu and Dhritarashtra are Kshatriyas. Vidura is not Kshatriya. Vidura is classified as Shudra. Why? So you can't apply common logic of Kshetra and Bija. You can't apply that. The seed is that of a Brahmana. Actually, they should be Brahmana. Vyasa is Brahmana. And the ground is that of Kshatriya. So these are all divine secrets. Devaragasyam. Which I also don't know. I read in a commentary that it is Devara. So leave there itself. So don't go into the detail. What we have to understand from Hanuman's life is how to be steadfast in devotion. Come what may. At a stage, Hanuman wants to commit suicide because he couldn't locate Sita. If I go back home, I am not worried about myself. If I go and tell Rama that I didn't see Sita, I will commit. Rama will die. Then news itself will kill him. Then Lakshmana will die. Then every whole Vanaras, all the people, Bharata, Shatrugna, everybody will die. I will be the cause of their death. So I won't go back. I will never go back and report that I didn't see Sita. I will finally he musters courage in Sundarakanda. It is very clearly given by Valmiki. Come who gathers courage here and there. Power of positive thinking. Then he searches and gets back on this. So this aspect is not dwelt in depth by Valmiki himself. So just leave as it is. Sankara Sovane Kesari Nanda. What we have to learn? Siya Ram Lakana Sita Man Basiyaye. He is, he is the sweetheart of Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. I welcome Sivatsan's birthday today. Very good devotee of all the 3 acharyas, all the 4 acharyas. Pandik Paramandavan, Srirangam Srimad Paramahansa Aigeshinger and Parakala Swami. He has been very engaged. We could get the Kainkari of all the 4 acharyas. Blessings to you, Sivatsan. Very nice to see you. Sivatsan from Chennai. So this is also our bhagyam that we are having. A person who is blessed by all 4 acharyas. So what we should learn from Hanuman's story is that how to be humble. In spite of Jnaninam Agraganya. He was the foremost of all the Jnanis. But how humble he was. He was humble like a blade of a grass. And that is the reason why Sita, Ram and Lakshmana, they have Hanuman in their heart. Siya Ram Lakshmana Sita Man Basiyaye. So that is a special Vyakhyan. The actual meaning is this is actual meaning. But generally people say Hanuman opens his heart and then you will find all the 3 in that. That is not your rasa. That is there even in your heart also. You just make an open heart surgery, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita will always be there, whether you are devotee or not. But they always remember Hanuman because all the 3 feel indebted that they are indebted to Hanuman for his services. Hanuman is known for service. So that only we should take. So don't go into the details of Rudramsha, Ekadasa Rudra, all those things. They are there. Let it be there. We don't want those things. Right? That will not help for our spiritual upliftment. Don't go into those things. Right? Just keep them aside. Okay. That's all. Our Acharyas didn't give importance to the Rudramsha part. Our Acharya gave importance to service.
Mama, but Vishweshwaracharya Maharaj on Upanyasam, I heard this Upanyasam just 2 days back. He says that Rudra Sakshat Ardhanarishwara. Sorry, I'm not Rudra. Hanuman Sakshat Ardhanarishwara. He said like this. Hanuman is Ardhanarishwara. He's our Acharya and.
Right, Tulsi Ramayana, it is also mentioned that he is a Rudramsha. He was talking on Tulsi Ramayana, right? Whatever Tulsi said, he had to say, right? So that's what he said. He quoted Tulsi. Tulsi has quoted like that. Tulsi Das. Why he quoted like that? In the you remember Tulsi composed this in Kasi. In those days, Kasi was the very strongest seat, even to this day, of Advaitis alone. So he said even Rudra himself is Ramadasa, the Papa of Hanuman. Then what's your problem? So that's why he composed that. He was very clear of supremacy of Lord Ram. That is written in Hindi, sir. In the research work, they have written very clearly why he said that. What is the Vyakhyan? That's why you should read Vyakhyan. So why he said that? Hanuman is Ardhanaris, Hanuman is Rudramsha, Ekadasha Rudra. You have no Dwadasha Aditya, Ekadasha Rudra, Ashtavasundal, so 11th Rudra is Hanuman. Why he had to write those things? He had to write those things because in those days, the staunch Vishnu Dvesham was there. So he said, when Hanuman himself worships Rama as supreme God, then what is your problem? And they said, why? What is the problem? Why should we bother with Hanuman? No, Hanuman is Ekadasha Rudra. So when he worships Rama, what is your problem? So we have to go into that Tika Vyakhyana.
But why then Vishweshwaracharya Maharaj? I mean, he has given a lot of opinions. Why should he do in front of Vishnu Bhaktas?
Remember,
because Vishnu Bhaktas are misunderstanding.
No, it's very clear. See, he is talking about Tulsi Ramayana. So you will quote Tulsi only. Simple. It's not a misunderstanding at all. It is what Tulsi has said, he is quoting. That's all. He is very clear that Hanuman worshipped Perumal Ali Supreme. There is no doubt about it. And that he will always say in a different context. So in a context, for example, in Bhagavatam, it is you can Daksha Yajna comes. So what will you do? You can't just run away from Daksha Yajna. You have to give a proper perspective where Daksha, Rudra comes and destroys everything. And then Pusha comes and then Nandikeshwara Bhagavan breaks the teeth of Bhrigu. Everything is written there. So just the Purana is a Purana. But he is not talking about it. He is not giving a lecture on Sampradaya. He is giving a lecture on Purana. Right? So don't find fault with him. There is also an offense. He is a staunch
Adiyan is not finding fault, but
staunch find of Rama also. So be careful when you give such a statement. Okay? Okay, we will clarify it later individually because it's not this forum. Okay. Anybody else? Any other doubts?
Adiyan, sorry if Adiyan has asked something wrong. Adiyan
is not wrong. Detail can be different. Finest details we can discuss later, right? So there are so many people who would like to ask questions, right? That's right. Yeah. Any other question or any other doubts?
Adiyan, Deep Kumar Ramanjadasa, I've got a question. How does Sri Vishishtadvaita philosophy and Sampradaya influence the general sutras that everyone is supposed to follow? When I said the general sutras, the Bodhayana or Apastamba, Ashvalayana, whatever those sutras are. So what is the relationship of that, and how does the Vishishtadvaita actually explains the significance and why we need to introduce and use and follow those?
Vishishtadvaita doesn't change sutras. Sutras are different.
Sandeep is from New Zealand.
Oh,
He's from Hyderabad and he speaks Telugu also. They do a lot of kaingariyas for the temple and he will explain. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Sandeep. Sutras are common for everybody. So, once Ayugi Singer visited here In Hyderabad, there's a Veda Bhavana. You must be knowing. With Tilchun He
Mm.
visited there and then he said, 45th year of our Brahman. He said, we are also Smartas and you are also Vaishnavas. He spoke on this for 1 hour. We are also Smarta. We follow Smriti. Anybody who follows Smriti, Bodhayana, Smriti Ashalayana, Smriti Apastamba, Smriti, etc. Sutras, anyway. Gautama Shruti. We follow. We also follow. Every Brahmana has to follow all the Shrutis. Right? So that is why Smritis also. Maharshi Prokta, Rishi Prokta, Smriti. We are also Smarta. Anybody who follows Rishi Smriti, his dictates or commands, so he is a Smarta. And you are also Vaishnavas. Because you also accept Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. Shankaracharya accepted Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. So you are also, you are also Vaishnavas. So then he went on for the lecture and all. So these Smritis are common for all the Brahmanas, irrespective of whether it is Vaishnava, Visishtadvaita, Advaita, etc. Because it's quoted, especially. This Rishi Parashara Maharishi says, finish, that's all. You can't say Parashara Smriti says, you have to follow the Smriti. And it is not that only Sri Vaishnavas should follow this or Shaiva should not follow this. No. No, unfortunately, our mind is so conditioned that we cannot go through all this Shrutis and Smritis. Right? There are millions and they may be contradictory to each other. Then how do we understand? That is why our Acharyas have chosen and given a way of life by choosing the Smritis and then said, according to the Smriti, you should do Sandhya like this only. He should do Tarpanam like this only. According to this sutra, he should do this activity like this only. Our acharyas are given very in an easy way to follow. So it may differ, even in differ from smartas to some extent, not much. For example, if you say Tarpanam, asanam is there for them also, for us also. Maybe the mantra may differ there. Most of the fundamentals are the same. So it doesn't influence Visishtadvaita. Visishtadvaita doesn't change Smritis or Shrutis. Nobody. Shruti Smritir Mamai Vajna. Perumal says this. They are my commands. You have to follow them. Yastam Bullangya Vardate Agnya Chede Mamadrohi Madbhakto Api Navishna. You may say you call yourself as I chant so many rounds of Harina. I put Dwadasa Tilak. I am a Vaishnava. No. As long as you don't follow my commandments in the form of Smritis, then you are not my devotee. Agnya Chedi. They are my commands. And if you transgress, if you beat, if you destroy those commands, if you don't follow, Mamadrohi, very clearly Krishna says, you are my enemy. Madbhakto Abhina Vaishnava, I won't accept you as a devotee. If you say you are my devotee, that chanting itself will not do. You should also follow what I instruct through Smritis. So, Smritis are common for all. There is no question of Visita, there is Smriti or Dvaita. That is, whether the Atma is same as Paramatma, or whether partial expansions, whether they are dependent on each other, whether they are individuals, so that is different. That philosophy is different. But you have to follow all the rules and regulations laid down by the Maharshi. There is no doubt about it. There is no fight about there. So this doesn't influence. So Ramanuja didn't change any Smriti, or nor Shankara, nor Madhva. They remain the same. What are the rules and regulations for a Vaishnava to follow, for a Brahmana to follow? That will be there. So the Varnashrama system will always be there. That's common. Everybody has to follow that. But you want to reach Vaikuntha at the earliest, catch hold of this. That's all. And you can, by chanting also you can attain Mukti like Parikshit did. Right? But Vedanta Desika says, okay, you do whatever. You do Sharanagati. At least to chant properly, you need Sharanagati. So you do Sharanagati. First you insure yourself, save yourself, reserve a seat in Vaikuntha. Then you do whatever you want. Even if there is a mistake in Smriti, what you do, Shruti, what you do, it will save you. Your ticket is booked. So this philosophy doesn't influence the Smritis at all. So it has to be followed. If we also follow the same rules and regulations as Smartas do, we have to, rather. So Smritis are different, philosophy is different. Okay? Yeah, am I answering your question?
Absolutely, Aryan, it's a privilege. So basically, just to get an idea, this will be completely independent to the philosophy, independent to the thinking, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is no fight about supremacy of Hari. See, Hari Sarvotama, Madhva accepted. Bhaja Govindam, Shankara accepted. Narayana Smriti, they will sign to this day. Even the latest Shankaracharya has to sign only Narayana Smriti. He cannot sign Shiva Smriti. Laid down by Adi Shankaracharya, right from signature. And no question, no doubt about it, Ramanuja. The question was not about supremacy of Perumal. Question was about what is the position of this Atma, soul and super soul. Do they exist same or different? Are they one and same? One and different? That is the fight there. Based on different interpretations of the Upanishadic texts, on the Vedic Vakyas. Then they became difference of opinion. That's all. There is no doubt about supremacy. There is no doubt about bhakti. No doubt about 9 types of devotion. There is no question of argument there. They also, all of them accept Prasthanatraya. All of them accept Veda, Upanishad, Gita. There is no question of fight there. Fight is only the philosophy. The soul is same as super soul. Are they different or same? Then how to go? That's all. That is the problem. Otherwise, everything remains the same. Shruti has to be supreme. That's all. Any religion, if I am an Astika, I have to accept Veda and I accept Perumal, both. I can't say I will accept Perumal, I won't accept Vedas. Then I cannot be an Astika. I have to accept both. So that's all. The different of philosophies. Fine. Easiest way is Sharanagati, propounded by Ramanuja. It's not propounded by Ramanuja, rather it was, made famous by Ramanuja, because this is not Ramanuja Sampradaya. Ramanuja didn't start this. Ramanuja propagated this Sampradaya, which was already existing millions of down years, but the time scale, it just got yogo nashtaha paranta. Perumal himself says it is existing right from the beginning, from millions of years ago, but it got lost in the course of time. So I am again revealing it to you, Arjuna. Perumal said. Perumal said 5,000 years back, again it was lost, again Nathamuni came, again it was lost, again Yamunamuni came. Again it disappeared, Ramanuja came, again disappeared, Deshika. It will go on. This process of appear and disappear will keep on going. Cycle. But philosophy remains the same. Vedas will remain the same. And the Smritis will always remain the same. All the more because Smritis are framed by none other than the devotees of Perumal. Amshavatara, just now he was asking, right? Kalavatara, Samshavatara, only to guide us in a right direction. That's all. Maharishis are so merciful that they gave us a wonderful guidelines, how to do karmas, how to do anushtanams, so that we can always be liberated with the earliest, we can always enjoy the bliss of Perumal. That's all. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, is it clear?
Yeah, again. So.
Thank you. Good question, thank you, Sandeep. Must have been made in the minds of many people that you helped them to this. Good question. Wonderful.
Obviously, that needs to be clarified, because
very good.
If you are very clear on that, obviously we should
exactly
spread that
right.
word.
Fundamentals should be very clear. Right, very good. Thank you. Good question. Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody has any other doubt? Can ask. Any questions, please?
Mama, may I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, Mama, my question is, why is it that Perumal only does all avatarams in India or in this continent, in ancient continent? Why not in other places?
Himavan Nalasetu Madhyabhajam Bharadapyarchita Padukabatam Saha. From Himavan, Himalayas to Setu, the Rameshwaram, whatever it is, Tirupulani. This is called Karma Bhumi. All other bhumis, you have to do whatever punya or papa, you have to accumulate here only. All other bhumis are classified as Bhoga Bhumi. So whatever karma you do, you reap the result there. If you do a lot of punya here, you'll be born in US, you'll be born in Switzerland or New Zealand, whatever it is. You'll be, because the standard of living is high compared to India. Why people go there? Why should an Indian go to US? Why should an Indian go to Australia? Because standards of living are high. Not only through economy, rather the perception, the intellectual recognition, etc. They are higher compared, because of mainly due to the population and other politics, corruption, etc. So they are Bhogavamis. But there are nations which are worse than India. There people suffer. There also they go and suffer. Like war torn, lands. There is always war, there is always bombing. Like you have Sudan or Ethiopia, South Africa. You don't know which drug mafia will kill you. Very unsafe places. There also people live there. So according to their karma, they are being put in those places. And if you have a lot of punya, you can go to Swarga. Swarga is nothing but comparatively in a relative standard, relative terms, rather, US is a Swarga. Anybody who goes to US or Switzerland or New Zealand or Australia doesn't want to come back because here everywhere corruption. Seeing the road itself, you run away to US or any other country. I will run to at least to Sri Lanka. It's horrible, and I'm talking about Telangana roads. Go on digging, right? They dig, they close, they dig, they close because of corruption. Because every time they dig, they get a lot of chunk of money as a commission. So you get mixed up in the process. And you go and settle. Your brain is not recognized, intelligence is not honored, you're not given the due respect. So what will you do? So you go. That's how brain drain happens. So this is a karma boom. Now what about Sandhya Vandanam in other planets, in other continents? Will it be valid or not? Sandhya Vandanam will be valid simply because Sandhya Vandanam is not a punya karma. You won't get punya even in India also. Sandhya Vandanam is a fundamental duty of any Brahmana. Be it in Swargaloka or Bhuloka or Indraloka. Brahma also has to do Sandhya. Anyway, the way he does may be different. But he has to do Sandhya Upasana. Ahar Sandhya Upasita. Sutram is there. Sandhya Vina Anarha Asuchi Sarva Karmasu. He is not eligible to do any Vedic karma. And he is Asuchi. He is in the point. He is Asuchi, full of teeth. So this, you will be banned also, banished. So this is a karma bhumi. And Perumal, that's why to give importance to this karma bhumi, he takes all the avatars in this karma bhumi. Although the entire universe belongs to him, he doesn't do his leela in other continents. But he is present, according to Bhagavatam, he is present in all the continents. They are called Ilavrita Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, Kinnara Varsha, different Varshas are there. They are surrounded by different types of oceans and all. We will not go into the geographic description of Bhagavatam. So that's why to give importance to this Bharata Bhumi, where land of rishis, etc. Now for that way, if you go even many other continents also, you find Fiji Island, they say Kramjat Dvipa, etc. Shalmali Dvipa, all those things. Those names are also there. I read in internet and all. To give importance to the place where Alvars, Acharyas have born, and Perumal would reincarnate in this form. So Perumal took avatar. And if it doesn't ban him from taking avatar other places, he would have taken in different forms, infinite way. He can take in any form. He need not be Matsya Kurma Varaha. He does leelas to this day, even in US or Australia or New Zealand. If he is not doing leelas there, those people won't be here. Australian devotees are here, or New Zealand devotees are here. So he is doing leela. In what form, in which form, we don't know. So his leela is happening everywhere. Prominent being in Bharatavarsha. Because of these quotations, pramanas. So you can't degrade other continents or other land, because now in fact in the present context, all the temple functions or temple development or Acharya Tirunakshatrams is only through foreign currency. It's being done, it's being purified, right? It's being directed in the right direction. Even in India, if you earn money and then put it in for drinking or drug, what it is, then you will go to hell only. It should be Sadravi. It should be used properly. So the context of what we should understand is that Perumal, because he is a karma bhumi, Perumal has taken in this avatar in this bhumi, he doesn't rule out or prohibit Perumal from taking any other avatar in any other continent or any other space throughout this universe. He may take the form of a virus, he may take the form of a human being, he may take the form of a devata, he may take the form of an animal. Lifting. நீரோடாமை கேடல் கோளரியாய் வானார் குரலாய் முடுப்படை முனியா பின்னு ராமனாய் எதிராய் பாரில் துண்டிய பரந்தேன் துவரை மன்னனுமாய் ஆழ்வார் says this. So, Janani Janma Bhumisya Sargadati Kariyasi. Bharatavarsha is supreme. Same time, you cannot rule out Perumal's avatars in other varshas, in other continents, in other places in the world. I would rather say now that Perumal is doing more Leela in other continents than India. Because only those devotees are holding many conferences like this, Upanyasam like this, Satsangam like this, seminars, competitions. They are doing a massive way, At Tirunakshotram, they are giving a massive contribution. So now I would say Karma Bhumi is Singapore, then Simhapuri, New Zealand, Australia, UK, USA, better than even India. So Vedanta says in Sthana Visheshadhikaram that you live in a place where you get your devotion stronger. It grows day by day with satsanga. And that is the definition. That is the definition, right? What is the definition of Punya Desha? It's the place where your sattvic character improves, your bhakti grows by leaps and bounds. The satsang grows, you are in the satsang, you keep on continuing your satsang. Your chanting improves, the quality of chanting is improving, quality of hearing is improving. So we have to see from that angle in the present days, in the present time, instead of seeing as India and foreign country. This will help us to improve ourselves. It's as simple as that. General rule is that don't cross the ocean. Right? In those days, why he said Manu that if you cross the ocean, you're going for money. That's all. So the Brahmana is not supposed to earn money by crossing the ocean. Because in those days it was like that, because the king was patronizing the Brahmanas. Now the government is against the Brahmana. If it is a Brahmana, Ari jute se maro, chappal se maro. Cut his thread. This is what is the statement now. What will you do? You don't have any reservation in the government job. You are hated in the private sector. What do you do? No other way go. So it's a common balance. It's a balance between survival, physical as well as spiritual. We have to survive physically. Roti kapada makan is a must. Otherwise, you can't do satsang. Unless you have money, you can't purchase a laptop. You can't purchase a cell phone. This satsang will not be there. You need money for that. And if you do it in a proper way like this, then wherever you are a Vaishnava. But you are in a Divya Kshetra, you are in a Divya Desha, then you watch only movie or watch a blue movie or do all nonsense or drug abuse. What is the use of being in a Bharatavarsha? It's waste. So the consciousness is very important. Where you are present mentally, that is more important. Mentally, you should be present in Bharatavarsha. Means what? You should be attached to the karma, nitya karmas, nitya anushtanam, nitya annikam, only for pleasing the Lord. Bhagavad Prityartham. Then you are in Bharatavarsha, wherever you are. Physically, you may be present anywhere. But even you are in India, you are in Srirangam, but your mind is, I should have gone to America, I should have earned more money. See that boy has purchased a car, this person has purchased a bungalow. I am a waste, I couldn't do anything with this age. Then what it is? You being in Srirangam also. The consciousness is very, very important. So forget about geography boundaries now at this age. That is why even our acharyas, they say the same thing, right? So wherever you are, be there, but do more of Bhagavata Kankaryam, more Bhagavad Kankaryam, more Acharya Kankaryam. That is the answer for your question. Clear, Aryan?
Mama,
if most.
Mama, if someone is there in Switzerland or USA or something, he comes in our Sampradaya food. As also said in Shastras, this was also told once in VVD that that India is the place for doing any karma. Hence, Brahma too chose Kanchipuram to do Ashwamedha Yajna. So when that's the case, then if the person living in USA or Switzerland would like to do some punya karma, then he has to come to travel to India. But crossing the sea by anyone is not allowed in Shastras. It is a dharma sankata.
What is your question now? You are giving your opinion.
So what can be done? One, that person has to do that punya karma, but at the same time he should not cross the ocean.
That is the
But if
reason
you have
why.
to cross the ocean to do the
Yeah.
punya karma,
Now
what
I
can be done?
understood your question. That is the reason why a Vaishnava is prohibited from doing any kamya karma. Nishiddha kamya rahitam kurumam nitya kinkaram. That's why you should cry with Perumal. I should not do any. Even in India, you are not supposed to do anything but punya. You may be in India, you are in a karma bhumi, but you are not. You are prohibited from doing punya karma. Why? Punya karma will bind you. Punya karma is like a class jail, golden jail. Papa karma is like a C class jail. Jail is a jail. So you should be free from punya and papa. So for that reason, Sharanagati. And that doesn't bind you boundaries. A Vaishnava is not supposed to do kamya karma in India or abroad. A Vaishnava is supposed to do everything only for pleasure of Perumal.
Punya
Bhagavan
karma,
yeah, punya karma.
punya karma can also be done for Bhagavad Prityartham, right? For example, Ashwamedha Yajna.
No.
Ashwamedha Yajna can be done for Bhagavad Prityartham, right?
Then that is not punya karma. That is called just a Bhagavad Prityartham. That's all. It's not called a punya karma. Punya karma means that will give you Swarga Phalan or some other benefit. You don't want that, right? Only Bhagavad Prityartham. It's called punya karma. It is not punya or papa karma. It is only Bhagavad Prityartham. Bhagavad Priti karma. That's all. So punya karma is a kamya karma. Kamya karma, you are for kamyanam karmanam nyasam sanyasa iti uchyate, 18th chapter. Anything you do for a kamya karma will bind you. And then you have to face the consequences. You are prohibited, any Vaishnava is prohibited from asking for anything except bhakti. You can ask for bhakti, you can ask for kainkariam. Ni kutrevale kollamal pogadu. Koda said, why you want phalam? What phalam? Chinna kainkari. Why chinna kainkari? You go to Acharya, you go to Andavan, and then ask, Andavan Swami, I am your devotee, I want to do some kainkariam. Then you should ask very carefully, I can give this much according to my capacity. My monthly income is 2 lakh rupees per month. I can give you 50,000. Tell me some kainkariam which I can. Right? Kutravel. Yengalai kollamal poga. Right? Similarly, according to my capacity, according to my physical, mental, and spiritual capacity, please take that kainkariam from me. Andal doesn't also say that. She is not asking. You get it done through me. I won't do. So that is the idea. What is the ultimate aim of whole of Tirupavai? To travel, kainkariam. Small kainkariam. In Vaikuntham also they want small kainkariam. And matrayanam kamangal matru. There's no kamya karma. So all our desires on so many things, you gather them, put them on your lotus feet. Yo nityam achyata padambuja igmaragva vyamogataha tad itarani dranajame. So all my desires on cheap things, trivial things, like drinking ice cream, going to a party, eating in your hotel, seeing a movie, watching some jokes on the cell phone. All things combined together, put them on your lotus feet. Mun potra marayadiye potrum. Vedasaram, the essence of the Vedas in Tirupati. Veda manittukkum vitthakum, right? Bhaktamridam vishwajananumodhanam sarvatmadam. See, Shadagopamangam, Kandan Kadalniye Nannum Manamudaye. All your activities should focus on Kandan Kadalinai, the lotus feet of Krishna. That's all. So for that, how does it matter whether it's a karma bhumi or bhoga bhumi? It doesn't matter. As long as you do any act only for Bhagavad Prityartham. It doesn't matter whether you're in India or abroad. You want to do karma, you want to get a Swarga kalo, Swarga kamo, yajeta, you have to do yajna. That reason, if you want to go to Swarga, you have to do yajna. That should be done only in Bharata Varsha. If you do yajna in other Varshas, it's not done. So as long as the Vaishnava is interested in getting the Perumal in his hand as an ATM card, how does it matter whether you are in India or abroad? But one advantage, if you are in India, a lot of advantage, that you may listen continuous holy name of the Lord in the form of neighbors, friends, temples, activities, utsavams, right? Turaga Vihagara, Jaschandanandolika, so many utsavam, Brahmotsavam, Pavitra, you can go and see in person. Although people in abroad are watching live and through virtual media, you can go in person and you can see. That is one advantage you have in India. But how many are taking that advantage? Now everybody is staying at home, Corona. Everybody is watching like you and me on the cell. So there is definitely advantage because you get satsang. To get a satsang is easier in India. And for physically, I mean, unfortunately, how many of us do at least regular Sahasranam Parayanam, or regular Prabandha Parayanam, or regular Tirupavi Parayanam in temples, combined together, chanting? How many of us do it? We don't take that advantage, right? That they are doing it. People in abroad, like Badrinaran is doing a wonderful job, and Sandeep is doing a wonderful job abroad. We are not doing it in India. We are not making it use of it. So that is also Perumal Sankalpam. Perumal Sankalpam is that you will be a better devotee if you are in New Zealand. You will be a best person doing wonderful service if you are in Australia. You will be the best person, you will be doing a lot of Kainkanyam, like Nadadri Sivat, in Thiruvalikeni. That Perumal Sankalpam. Perumal has kept you in this place. As long as you don't do Bhagavata Pacharam, wherever you are, it's fine. But if you are committing Bhagavata Pacharam, you have to introspect yourself, check yourself, and take a medicine. That's all. So it doesn't bother, doesn't matter where you are. What is your consciousness, level of consciousness? That is more important. Yeah, we can continue tomorrow. It's already late here. Yes, Arvind, we'll continue tomorrow.
Okay, dear.
So whenever you get, we can discuss that later. Kavitarika Simhaya Kalyan Gurusalne Simte Venkateshaya Vedanta Karahir Maha Jai Sasna. I have a Goshti tomorrow. Tomorrow we can spend more time. Anu, can we have from 10 to 11 tomorrow, 10 to 11:30? I have no problem. Yeah, I think it's better for us New Zealand people, right? Sandeep, it will be convenient for people in New Zealand, right? I think
5 o'clock should be fine. Yeah, early morning should be fine.
If it is Indian time, 10 o'clock, it will be convenient for you people in New Zealand. Badri Swami.
Yeah. I guess it will be midday. That's what Badri Swami had said. Should be fine. I mean,
right. So tomorrow, I think we'll do an experiment basis. Night 10 to 11:30. I have no problem. See, it's already 11:30. No problem for me. Namma, we have to announce. I will announce it. You announce notice portal. 10 to 11:30 portal. No problem. உனக்கு ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லையா?
எனக்கு எதுவுமே ப்ராப்ளம்
என்ன நீ சொல்ல மாட்டேன்.
உங்களை நாளைக்கு அடுத்த
ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை, ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை. சண்டே என்ன வேலையாக வெட்டியா மண்டே மற்ற மாதிரி நான் என்ன லேப்டாப் தூக்கி நான் வேலைக்கு போகிறேன். நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஸோ 10 to 11:30 tomorrow. We'll change the timings and then accordingly put it. That is right. Indian Standard Time 10 to 11:30 tomorrow. Jai Sasna. Thanks to all the devotees.
Jai Shri Krishna. Das.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you, Sivatsan. Romba sandosha. Sorry, I couldn't answer your call.
Jai Shri Mama.
Jai Sasna. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sandeep.
நாளைக்கு பார்க்கறேன்.
Right, sure.
Thank you.
நாளைக்கு பார்க்கறேன்.
Right, ma. Sivatsan. Thank you.
Jai Shri.
Jai Sasna.
Yes,